Welcome everybody to Common Sense Independent, a new channel that is made to break down complicated things into something simple for you to understand and make your decisions. First thing, happy first day after Bitcoin halving. Now, Bitcoin halving, as you can see right here, is basically the reward that's given for processing speed. So whenever a particular cryptography of a computer goes ahead and validates, it gets a reward. It's typically given in Satoshis, and then that Satoshis adds up to 1 Bitcoin. So whenever you do this halving, that means that you're doing quantitative hardening, which means that currently right now, the federal government is just printing money like no tomorrow, like a drunk sailor. Now, whereas Bitcoin, it does it in a deflationary format, which means that right now Bitcoin is actually making it so that the supply is decreasing, and when the supply decreases, the price goes up. So, my personal opinion, not financial advice, but I would highly recommend for you to have some Bitcoin in your portfolio in order to take as a good hedge against the inflationary US dollar. So, but only put aside money that you're willing to lose. Very, very important. Only put money that you're willing to lose. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to go over is a very sad event that just happened, which was the passing of Jerry Stiller. As you can see right here, Jerry Stiller, amazing actor, amazing comedian, and hilarious. And I remember him from King of Queens as the funny grandpa who just will not make you stop laughing. King of Queens was amazing because of that, as well as another famous one, Seinfeld, as George Costanza's dad. So, very, very sad passing of Jerry Stiller, as you can see right here, with him and his crew over in King of Queens. Just an amazing man. But no, not a lot of people realize this, or a lot of people may already know this, but he was a big, big, big universal healthcare proponent. Okay, the next thing I want to go over is this. As you can see right here, you can see this was a town hall that Joe Biden did over in Florida. It looks like they figured out how to do teleportation, or is that just shoddy camera work? I don't know, but it's not a good look. Let's just say it doesn't help. And I'm one of those people who's a true independent voter. I'm registered as a Democrat. I will never vote for Trump. That is a guarantee. There's no way. But I'm trying to get to being sold on Biden. This isn't helping. So, and this is only a minor thing. But the other thing that he tried, which apparently they're saying is an overture for people who are in the Bernie camp like myself, is to reduce the Medicare age from 65 to 60. Not gonna cut it. Sorry. You make that into 26, and you put Nina Turner or Bernie as VP, we got something going. So I would say let's look into that. I would highly recommend that, but we'll see. As of right now, I'm in the none of the above column between those two. If a Green Party candidate here in Nevada comes through, I will probably go toward that. Or if it's a People's Party, I'm not sure. As long as it's the policies. Policies matter, and if the policy is good, I'm with you. So, as an independent who's registered as a Democrat, I'm shopping around, but as of now, none of the above. So, and also the Tara Reid thing, Not a good look. Doesn't help. But anyway, let's go into something a little different. Let's go into the alpha male. All right. What is considered an alpha male? I kind of like this because I like the animation. So anyway, so alpha male. As one person by the name of Sebastian Gorka says it, here's what he says. I will show you a picture of him as well. Maybe a little too much. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to subject all of you to seeing him speak. So,
Dawn, the era of the pajama boy is over January 20th, and the alpha males are back.
Okay, let me play.
So, as you can see, that's enough. Alpha males are back. Okay. No, I don't know about this. I don't know. When I think of alpha male, at least physically, I'm not sure if this guy coincides with it. So, no. Is he alpha male because of the way he talks? Alpha male. Maybe. I don't know. Next thing. He considers this guy alpha male. Not so sure about this. I don't know, I don't know, it just doesn't make me think somebody strong. I don't see the strength in somebody who, I don't know, it's just not doing it for me. When I think of alpha male, I think of somebody like, that's an alpha male. Or like that. That's an alpha male. But maybe, you know what? Let's just say that when he's saying alpha male, he means somebody who gets results. All right, let's go in that direction. All right. Let's say with this current virus, pandemic, Trump doesn't seem that alpha male-ish to me. Having more than 80,000 people dying so far and counting, not good. I'll tell you one person who's been doing an amazing job as being an alpha. The New Zealand Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, sorry. She is pretty darn amazing. As you can see right here from the Atlantic, probably one of the most effective leaders on the planet. She's able to keep the number of deaths in her country from this virus less than 30 people. And they have millions of people there. That sounds like strength to me. And she's considered one of the 4 leaders who have acted swiftly during this pandemic, as well as with Gavin Newsom, and Sisolak has been doing really good, as well as the Washington Inslee and the Oregon governor as well. All of them have been doing amazing, and she's a very impressive person, this prime minister. And I mean, she's able to now go ahead and say, hey, we can start easing country strict lockdown, but because she made it safer. That's a very strong woman or strong person. And now she's able to start reopening schools and offices with safety. This looks like alpha to me. And one thing that I thought was amazing was that her leadership style is on sympathy, love, and integrity. Pretty darn amazing. But I think this can all be broken down into one thing: science and empathy. That sounds like a good bumper sticker to me on how to be an alpha. So I think instead of saying alpha male, let's call it an alpha person. And Jacinda Ardern, sorry, has been amazing, without a doubt. That is the person I would call alpha. Okay, going from this to another area. Currently, here in Nevada, we have some restrictions that have been, you know, released for a few places. So here's the phase 1 for it. You can definitely check it out online. It's right there on the state standards and everything for Las Vegas. So, or basically Nevada in general. So these are the ones that are still closed, which make a lot of sense to me. Cinemas, things like that, aquariums, public areas, bowling alleys. I'm a little sad about that, but I'm in bowling league, so I guess I will. Anyway, but there are certain places that are opening up, like restaurants, pubs, and things like that. But you know what? It's more important to be safe. So, highly recommend everybody wash your hands, wear a mask. You can actually order some really good masks online on Etsy. I got this one. Really cool. Look at that. Very cool. So, and it's made in the USA. So that's a very solid thing right there. So I can put some of that information on this description section. But yeah, highly recommend you wear a face mask and wash your hands. One thing I do, I only eat hot foods and drink hot liquids. So even for water, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, get yourself some warm water, wait until it cools down, and drink it up. And one thing I noticed, don't cough at all. So we'll see. But one thing I would also recommend is check with your doctors and see if you can actually get the antibody test, because the antibody test will at least let you know if you've ever had it, and then maybe you're already good. So I got really sick, and I'll be finding that out on Wednesday. So stay tuned. All right. So next thing I wanted to show was something else to be aware of. The murder hornet. This is the Asian giant hornet. It's ginormous. 4 centimeters. Look at how it is in comparison to a honeybee. Look at that. Look at that thing. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's not something you want to mess with, you know? Just my opinion. So, yeah, I would highly recommend don't mess with that one. So, oh my goodness, look at this. It's not a very pleasant sight. I mean, look at it. It's like almost the size of his thumb or finger. That's how big it is, man. Oh, it's so scary. If you see that, stay away. I think that's a good idea. It's crazy. Right now, I've seen on YouTube, they got this murder hornet versus the praying mantis. Crazy. Look at this. This is amazing. I'm only going to show you a little bit because it gets a little crazy. It's like fighting. They're fighting with each other. It's like, oh, yeah, I think I'm good. I don't need to see any more of it. So if you see any of these, walk away or don't make sudden movements and try to get out of there. Apparently, if you go into water, you're a little safe. So, but just if you see it, especially if you're in the Washington State area, stay away. Okay. Another thing I noticed was it's actually a pretty cool movie. It's called John Henry on Netflix. It's pretty violent. It's an okay movie, but it did let me think about one thing. If you notice on this scene right here, this is the father of John Henry in the movie. He's basically saying, Bertha said that in Honduras, they got bats that are white. I was like, dude, I got to check this out. So I went ahead and I checked it out right here. They do have birds. They do have white bats. Look at that. I mean, looks pretty cool. And look, I mean, they're almost like gerbils that are like in a leaf, but they can fly. Here's a cool video on it. I just thought it was kind of neat. So look at that. the Honduran white bat. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. So tiny. Just flies. Look at that. And they have fur. That's the coolest thing about it. You know? It's amazing. Yeah, I just thought that was really cool. So now you know there is a Honduran white bat. And I'd highly recommend you go ahead and check out these videos. They're very cute. It's a good thing to end things on. And just to let you know, I'm in the Nevada Bernie caucus, so we're kind of getting together. We're trying to change some of the planks and things like that. So it's very exciting. Absolutely amazing people, like all of the people that are there. Judith, Diva, everybody, just awesome people, just all around. We're on Facebook and everything, so it's really cool. And I mean, they've been super helpful on like, the new Nevada primary is all mail in, which is great, and it looks like more than likely the election will also be mail in, which is awesome. And it's actually a really good thing for me, at least, because I usually don't get to know all these people that are there because there's so many people running for different things. Now it's kind of like you actually make an educated, real guess on what you want to have, and it's awesome. So props to Nevada for doing this, and props to the Bernie caucus, and let's see what happens next. But yeah, just wanted to end on a nice positive note. There are white bats, and they're pretty darn cute. So, but they are endangered. So if you see one, which I doubt, but if you get a chance, I guess Honduras is where it's at. So I just thought that was cool. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. This is my first one, and I'm hoping to do a few more. Next week I'm planning on doing something on Michael Moore and on the new courts, like the court judges. I'm a big RBG fan. She's amazing, and I'll do a little segment on her next week probably. And she's not just for women and minority communities. She's also for men themselves. So there are certain laws that are crazy that actually discriminate against men too, and she fought against that as well. So it's pretty darn amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully it's informative, and I will get you more information later. And you guys all have a great day, and right here from Las Vegas, Nevada.